G with it be. It's Mr. Bubblegum Man, female's favorite, Slim Every Dope Boy, corporate gangster, St. Louis Money Now, DJ MoneyNow himself. So look, man, you know what I'm saying? We got a very special show for y'all today. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, man. Been following the movement, been following the show. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap in, man. You know, there she is, our guest of the day. Let me go ahead and send her an invite so we can get the show on the road. You know,
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, so make sure y'all tuned in, man. Subscribe to the Waifu Boo YouTube channel if y'all haven't already. And but yeah, what's the word? We got Ladyy Acee in the motherfucking building. What's happening?
Hey, hold on. I'm trying to find my favorite motherfucking filter. Yeah, I got a favorite filter that I always be using, but I don't see it.
I'll take your time.
Anyways,
And where she go? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on live. Let me see. Ladyy Acee, I just lost you. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Like I said, man, if you haven't done it already, make sure you follow the Waifu Boo podcast Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all you have to do is just click the Waifu Boo page real quick. You know what I'm saying? If it take you out the live, just hit follow, come back right back in. We're finna get the show started. And okay, we got the request. We got the request. All right, I just hit accept. You should be tuning in soon. Let's see.
Okay. I don't know what was going on. I think the Wi-Fi is being funny. But anyways, we gonna skip the filter because it's fucking with my connection. So
yeah. Plus, you don't need it anyway.
Thank you.
Nah, for sure. But how you feeling though? You all right?
Yes, I'm so excited to be here. I've been looking so motherfucking forward to doing this. I'm so excited.
You and me both. We both was feeling like October 11 couldn't get here soon enough.
Facts. But you know what? I feel like it happened at this time. Well, everything happens at the time that it does for a reason. But you know, we go through things and we experience things and we change our perspectives on things as we experience. So I definitely think divine timing for sure.
Nah, you couldn't have said it no more better. So for those who are actually just tuning in to the Waifu Boo podcast for the first time, let me kind of break it down what we do here. You know, this is a judgment-free zone. You know what I'm saying? These questions that I'm going to ask our special guest today is strictly for, you know, heterosexual men like myself. You know what I'm saying? To see what's out there, man, and, you know, who's looking for somebody who's wifey material and somebody who's worthy of their time. So that's what it is. And Ladyy Acee, the questions is gonna get juicier as we go. You know what I'm saying? So therefore it's like, you know, I just hope you having fun and most definitely enjoying this show. So you ready?
Yes.
All right, cool. So let's start with some icebreakers. You know what I'm saying? Tell the people, you know, tell me your name, your age, where you from, zodiac sign, shit like that.
Okay. My name is Ladyy Acee. I'm all shy. Okay. My name is Ladyy Acee. I'm originally from Rhode Island, but I live in Houston. I'm 23. I'm about to be 24 next week. So yes, I'm motherfucking Libra gang. Okay. So October 19th is my birthday.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh, okay. You did tell me that.
Yeah, so, you know, if you want me to break it down a little further, I'm a Cancer sun, I'm a Aries moon, and I'm a Virgo rising.
Oh.
She said, oh.
Okay, we could deal with the Aries moon, but, you know. Yeah, I'm a Libra sun and moon, Gemini rising.
Okay. Yeah, so, you know, I'm still, you know, I'm learning about all this shit, so I ain't gonna make it seem like I know what the fuck that means, but yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll put you on.
All right, so define what being a wife is to you in your own words.
What is being a wife? Man. Okay, it's one of those questions that you can't really answer like there's different parts of the answer. You know what I'm saying? So being a wife is more than just physical, you know, it's a spiritual connection, it's a mental connection, it's it, it's a lot of things. So if I had to break it down short for, you know, the podcast reasonings, I would say my idea of me being a wife, because I won't speak for, you know, what another woman being a wife would be, but for me being a wife, I would say that that is being um, a partner, for sure, a partner, loving, nurturing, honest. Um, I don't know, like, damn, I should have studied for these questions, huh? I should have
No,
studied for these.
but it's just it's no wrong answer when it comes to this question because it's in your own opinion.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's one of those things where you show it, you know, like, how do you just describe, oh, that's a wife? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where, you know, you see action and that's what makes you feel like, oh, this is somebody I want to marry. This is somebody that I want to be with for forever or for long term, whatever. So I think being a wife is more of an action word rather than something that you just explain with words, because you can say, yeah, I'm gonna take care of you and meet all your needs and etc., but it's like, what are you really doing in action, you know? So I feel like being a wife is an action word, and you have to display what that means to you through your actions.
Okay, I fucks with that. I fucks with it. So tell me about your ideal honeymoon.
My ideal honeymoon?
Mhm.
Oh, it would be the most amazing thing ever. Um, the first thing that comes to my mind would be like on an island somewhere, and in nature for sure. So island vibes, being out in nature amongst the animals, and just good food and under the moonlight, you know, all that fairy tale stuff. That's what I like.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So like Lady Ace, would you consider yourself to know how to pick them versus like the good ones from the bad ones, so to speak?
Okay. So uh you see how my energy just changed? You see how my energy just shifted? Um, so I'm gonna keep it real with you, okay? One thing I realized, like, about myself, but about life in general, is that if you have unhealed traumas, you will attract that, especially if you have unhealed traumas from one of your parents. You will attract that in a partner. So, you know, they say that a daughter's first love is her father, right?
Right.
So whatever your relationship is with your father, more than likely you're going to manifest that or look for that unintentionally, subconsciously, in a man, or whatever, in a woman, in somebody else's case. So as far as picking them, I have chose all the people that I have chose were lessons that I needed to learn. I will say that all the people that I have been with, I'm making it seem like it was so many, but the relationships that I have had, were all karmic relationships that I needed to learn. I wouldn't label them as good or bad, but they were situations that I needed to learn.
No, that makes sense. Actually, like, I see that you got a good grasp on like life and the experiences that we do experience when we chose to incarnate back into this realm. So now you gotta, yeah, I fucks with that. Okay. So what do you value most in a man? Like, and I'm gonna give you like four different kind of categories, and then you kind of like let me know.
Okay.
Is it education? Is it finances? Is it looks and masculinity, or is it experience?
What do you mean by experience?
As in, like, okay, for example, uh, there might be women who value men who travel a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you been to where? You been to Italy? You been to, you been to Africa? You been, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they got experience of living it up. Like they done did probably what you want to do in 10 years that you probably never did your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Little shit like that. That's what I mean by the experience.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. So in order, it would have to be education. That's the first and foremost. I need to be with somebody who is educated, not in the sense of like, oh, he went to college and da, da, da. No, I need to be with somebody who could teach me something. That's
Okay.
what I like. I like being taught. Like, my thing is, if you can't mentally stimulate me, I won't be attracted to you, like, at all. I have to be mentally stimulated and connected to this person. So that's the first and foremost, education. Second would be the looks. Looks are so crucial to me as a motherfucking Libra. If you don't look good, I'm sorry. If you don't look good, we just is like so it's like everything else can only take you so far. Once we start arguing and fighting and shit and you don't even look good, it's like, damn, like you know what I'm saying?
It ain't nothing to
So
fight for, pretty much, huh?
you said what?
I said it ain't nothing to fight for. If they don't look good, huh?
It's just like, man, this not even looks here. All right, it's time to go. So first, education. Second would be the looks. Third would be the finances. You gotta have a big bag to fuck with me because I'm very expensive. That's just the facts. But lastly would be traveling. Well, the experience,
Yeah.
because even if you don't really have too much experience, we could go travel together. I love traveling, so.
I mean, but like I don't want you like you ain't have to rank them, but like when it came to experience was like I know I made it like a travel kind of sense with in a sense like when I was thinking education like some women really only want to fuck with a man because if he ain't got no degree, like it don't give a fuck. He could have a degree in general studies, but like if he ain't got a degree, I ain't fucking with. Like that's what I mean. Like some women value degrees as far as education and experience could be. I ain't never been to school, but shit, I know I done did this, I done did that. So I can teach you whatever you need to know about what the fuck I done already doing. I ain't have to go to school for it. So I think it's kind of flip flop for you. I think really what you really like is experience versus education. But experience meaning is wisdom that I can pass down and teach my woman.
Okay, yeah. I guess that would be synonymous with that. So I guess a mixture of both, right? Because sometimes when you're knowledgeable in something, you don't really have the experience. You learn through other people's experience or through, self-educating and etc. So I guess a mixture of both would be crucial for me, but not really like, not on some college degree type shit.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So like, have you ever been engaged?
No.
Okay. So it's safe to say you never been married.
No, in my past life.
I mean, past life. All right. So do you believe in prenups?
What is a prenup? I've heard of it, but I never really looked into what it was.
I think it's short for like prenuptial agreement or something like that, to where like you put stipulations in place before the legal marriage takes place. Like, in the event we do divorce, I keep all my money and you go your separate way with no money. Like little shit like that. That's a prenup. I mean, it don't have to be about the money per se, but usually people get them to protect their assets.
Yeah. Well, when I get married, the intention is to stay married. So I wouldn't sign a prenup, so to say, because whatever we build while we're together, we need to, if we do depart, we need to split fair. A lot of times when men, I'm keeping real here, when men get their feelings hurt, they tend to get real spiteful with finances and with material things. Okay, so that's one way that a man will try to hurt a woman when his feelings are hurt. He will do spiteful things with finances and with material things. So no, motherfucker, ain't no prenup, okay? Because if we do go our separate ways, we gonna split this shit evenly, and that's just what it is.
Okay. Even taking half, huh?
Yep. Yep.
I think I thought you just said you wouldn't go. You wouldn't get. You ain't. You or do okay. Better question I should ask. Do you believe in divorces?
Um, yeah, yeah, I definitely do because sometimes you just outgrow people, and you guys grow in different directions, or maybe it turns into something toxic, something unhealthy, or maybe you guys aren't meant to be and you guys were only supposed to be for a certain amount of time. Definitely don't think you should stay with somebody if you're not happy, if you're not growing, if the relationship and the energy is stagnant. I definitely don't think you should stay.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So if you got married, are you hyphenating your last name?
Well, when I do get married, I'm gonna change my last name, not to his last name, but I'm just gonna change my last name, period, and just start a whole new family. So he gonna have to change his last name too.
So is you choosing the name or he choosing the name?
We could do it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, would you consider yourself a gold digger?
A gold digger. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
As in, like, a woman could only want to fuck with the guy because he got money and only like him because of his money. And if he ain't got no more money, I don't like you no more. I'm gonna go on to somebody with money. A gold
Mm.
digger.
So I believe that this is my thing. So at the age that I'm at right now, right? I'm 23 right now. And if I was to be with somebody my age, it would be and you're in a situation of, you're chasing your dreams and you trying to make shit happen and you don't really have too much money, but you're active trying to make things happen for yourself. That's cool. I support that. But and you don't got to be rich as long as you are working towards making bigger things happen. I can stick around and support that because that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's a situation of, you're 40, 50 years old and you ain't really got nothing going on, you ain't even got a bag, it's like, oh no. It's like, at this time you should have at least something figured out financially,
Right.
so it just
Yeah,
depends on the circumstance.
I see what you mean because like when I think of gold diggers, it's mean like a man he could have whatever he need, the life essentials, right? And a gold digger like that ain't good enough for her. She want the mansions, the yachts, and you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. Like it's like damn, like my nest, my kingdom ain't good enough for you. You want the whole world. You want the galaxy. Like you know what I'm saying. It's like it ain't never like I don't know, but this we ain't got to beat a dead horse with it. You know I got your take on it, and so your answer would be no, right?
I guess, yeah. Because I would get that stuff myself regardless.
Okay, so in the event say you marry, right? You know, you and your husband, like y'all had debt before coming in. Y'all get married, does it become both of y'all debt? It's a shared thing, or it's still like individual? Like, nah, you got to knock that off, but we still together, but that's your debt. Like, what's your take on it?
If who had that, me or him?
Both, or either or you know what I'm saying? Like, does it become both of y'all's, or it stays individual?
Um, well, personally, if he was the one in debt, you know, we could work together to get it out, and I would hope that he would want to do the same for me. Because it's like, why would I? If we're now, the thing is, like, when you do get with somebody, you guys are now one, right? That's the point of a relationship, is to become one together, or two separate individuals joining to become one, so to say. So if you do connect your life with this person, and this person is in a situation of needing help, why wouldn't you? I personally feel like if he was in debt like 100K and I'm just not doing anything to help him about it, I would feel like, okay, this is kind of fucked up. And if he was to do the same to me, I'd be like, this is kind of fucked up.
Nah,
So
for
I,
sure.
I really believe in partnership heavy.
Okay, all right. So, like, would you consider yourself a free spender?
A free spender,
Yeah,
as in like I just be spending money.
yeah.
Yeah.
You say,
I need somebody who can teach me money management.
So, I'm glad you're aware though, you know what I'm saying? And I want you to keep it 1,000, you know what I'm saying, like on this show, because you know what I'm saying, like shit, that's what it's all about. Shit, keeping it real.
Right.
So have you ever applied for bankruptcy before?
No. Praise God.
Yeah, right. So like is there a limit, or will there be a limit, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to your spending before consulting with your husband?
Well, if it's his money, yeah, I will ask him like, how much do you want me to spend? How much do you not want me to spend? But if it's my money, why would you care? As long as like, I control myself and not end up in a situation that could be potentially fucked up for all of us,
Right.
but if it's his money, yeah, I would ask.
Okay. That's how that free spending. Hey.
Yeah, right.
So, Lady Ace, would you consider yourself to have anger management issues?
No, not like I used to. No. And I think it can be it is the good and a bad thing at the same time, because part of me be wanting revenge, and then the other part of me is like, just let it go.
Nah, that's real. That's mature. That's a mature way of thinking. So, like,
Yeah.
tell me, like, what are some of your toxic traits?
Some of my toxic traits. Some of my toxic traits is that I always want attention. But then I'm like, when you give me too much, I get annoyed. So it's kind of like, it's weird. It's like I want attention, but then when you give me too much, I'm like, can you leave me the fuck alone? Um, what other toxic traits? I would say, and I don't know if this is really a toxic trait. I guess for men it might be, but a toxic trait that I have is that I flirt with everybody.
So
But
you,
I mean, it's like flirting is just flirting, But some men, oh, that's this and that and da 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 da. They get jealous, they get crazy, da da da. But I mean, I don't really think that's a toxic trait, but I know some people would label it as one. So
okay. All right. Well, shout out to everybody that's tuned in on the live right now. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow the Wifeable Podcast. And, when you get the chance, download the Hot 365 radio app. We will be syndicated, on Hot 365. So you miss part of this interview, part of this podcast, you can watch it and listen to it there. Yeah. So, but now I'm thank you for that answer, Lady Ace, as far as your toxic traits. If you ask me, like, when it comes to flirting, because, like, is it cool if your husband flirt with other women? Like, if you a flirt and he a flirt, is
not
it
no
reciprocal?
open marriage shit. Not
No,
no
no, no,
open.
not no open marriage. Just more like, okay, you a flirt, right? That's your toxic trait, is what you claim. And then saying if you got with your reflection and he a flirt, you know what I'm saying? At that point, do it become, all right, we ain't flirting with nobody, we got each other now? Or is it more like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how that work? He got to stop
um.
flirting now, or you gonna stop yourself from flirting, or is that just like a trait, a character trait that you have? Y'all both will have.
Well, okay. So this is the thing. It really depends on what you see as flirting, because if somebody, okay, if I'm talking to people on Instagram, and we're talking to the DM, and I'm like, damn, you so fine, that's too much, damn well that's too much,
Okay.
but me as an artist, if people are commenting on my photos and I'm replying to them with hearts and kissy faces and things like that, I see that as very innocent. But it's different if I'm like messaging dudes like, damn, you so fine, I'm trying, what I'm saying? Like, that is more of you trying to initiate an action rather than just being flirty and friendly, I guess.
Nah,
So it
nah.
really just depends.
I feel that. I feel that because it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Now, replying back to
Exactly.
the fans and knowing what your significant other does, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, if I married a singer songwriter and she got fans, like, you know, what am I'm gonna knock down and go chase down all them fans, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't. I wouldn't. But all I'm saying is like, it's a fine line though, and I take it from what you're saying. You know, how not to be disrespectful and disrespect y'all relationship. So
Exactly. So it's all about balance.
no, for sure. So have you ever caused a big scene in public?
Yes.
He said yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever feel like it's ever okay to call a man a bitch?
Where I'm at in life now, no. Hell no. I've done that before when I was very when I was very toxic and immature, but I would never do that now. I would not do that now.
Is that some kittens?
Yeah, he's crying for attention, doing the most.
That's what's up. Uh, so have you ever been like shot at, stabbed, or jailed for a major crime?
Shot at. Okay, you know what? I actually one time I was walking down the street and I got shot. Right? It was so random. Wait, hold on. Let
No,
me
like,
not.
are you for real?
Yes, but hold on. The thing is that it wasn't an actual gun. It was like a stop. What was wrong with him? It was like a gas metal BB gun. So it was weird because it was winter time and I was wearing two sweaters. It went through the sweaters and I have a scar on my arm till this day and I was bleeding.
Wow.
So, and I didn't even notice it happened till I started feeling like so woozy. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I feeling like this? And then I went like this and blood was dripping down my arm. So it was weird. It was weird. But I've never been shot with an actual gun or stabbed. Let me put this on mute real quick so I can cuss him out. Hold on.
Okay. Hey man, shout out to everybody that's tuned in to the live. If you haven't done so already, you know what I'm saying. Hey, we going an hour strong, man. That's how we do it, man. We got another show after this as well. But yeah, make sure you follow the Wifeable Podcast and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You back, Ladyy Acee?
Yes.
All right, cool. So, are you vaccinated?
Hell no. Hell no.
All right. So, we kind of touched on this earlier, but you know, I didn't want to get to it until now. But tell me, like, what is your relationship with your father?
I would say it's so weird. Like it's kind of toxic. But the thing is, like, if when I do see him in person, like we get along really well, but we don't. Other than that, we don't really talk. And he left when I was younger, and then came back around. It was just a lot. But we don't really have the best relationship.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
what's your relationship like with your mother?
Um, we talk every day. Me and my mom talk every day. We're not like close, like best friends, but I know that I can always count on my mom. And if she ever needs anything, she could count on me too. You know, she's my mother, not my friend.
Nah, that's real, and I'm glad y'all got that. You know, different. Some people are mother friends and all that good stuff with their daughters and all that, but I think it should be a fine line.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how she thinks too. That's how she raised me. Like I'm your mom, not your friend. And where I'm at now in life, it's like being a mother and a friend benefits your kids because kids want to feel connected to their parents and not feel judged like, oh, my mom is gonna be upset with me if I tell her I did this or whatever. So I think having somewhat of a friendship with your child is important, but I know like our parents, they no, it wasn't no friendship. It was, I'm your mom, you gonna respect me like your mom, and that's what it is.
Right. You know, stay in the kid's place looking at.
Right. Exactly.
No, I feel that. I feel like as our generation, I know we're gonna be greater parents just because like we know the traumatizing effect that it had with us being disconnected. Now you got people sneaking behind their parents to do whatever, and now what I'm saying it could have been avoided had it just felt welcoming.
Facts. Facts. I agree.
So would you consider your career to be more important than your family?
What do you like? It's kind of a hard question because I love my family and I love my career, but hi Charles, but I know that I know that being around my family is not going to help me get to where I need to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Because where I'm going is not, they're not on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you love your family, but I need to focus on my career so I can create my own family.
Right.
Like I
Yeah.
can't.
So when I was thinking family, I get what you saying 1000%. But when I was thinking family, I mean, in the event that you carry a star seed, you have a star seed, they healthy and all that good stuff. Is it like, yeah, I got this, star seed now, but I'm still my career number one. Kid, hey, I deal with you whenever, what I'm saying, when I can, but right now.
Oh, like prioritize. No, 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 no. You gotta. I would have to. It would really depend on the situation, but I would make sure my kids, when I have kids, they'll always be first. That's first and foremost. But we gotta make sure that the bag is always coming in. So if it's a situation of, uh, could this fuck up the bag and fuck up our whole living situation? Or is this a situation of I don't necessarily have to go to work today? I could be with my kids and do what it do, whatever, So it depends. It's one of those things that really just depends on the situation. But I would never say fuck my kids. Hell no.
Okay, so family over career.
Yeah.
All right, now that's what's up. So who do you consider to be the prize when it comes to relationships, men or women?
Both. Both, because everybody's bringing different things to the table. So I know my worth. Do you know your worth? Okay, you know your worth. We both, gods and goddesses. So we both the prize. I wouldn't say I'm worth more than the man or he's worth than me. Hell no.
Okay. Let's see. Do you like to get cold approached by men?
What is cold approach?
As in, like, you might be out at the grocery store, grocery shopping, right? And,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, focus or not, whatever the case may be, and then a random man come up to you and approach you and basically try to talk to you.
Um, some days I really don't want to be bothered, especially when I'm like in my zone and I'm like, I got my headphones on or I'm just talking to myself or whatever. Leave me alone. But then sometimes it's like, yes, look at me.
Wait, you say look, you didn't say approach though. So
Oh, well, it depends. If they fine, yeah. But if they not fine, it's like, eh.
right, but like, all right. So what I do on my other podcast, I teach men about accountability. Just a little shameless plug right here. So with the FEMALEHOLIC podcast, I encourage men not to cold approach because if a woman really like you, she gonna put herself in your orbit. So it wouldn't be a cold approach. It'd be warm, lukewarm, hot, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's different levels to it. But like as far as like you in those zone, headphones in, grocery shopping, why go stop that woman, tap on the shoulder, try to get her attention? Like it just don't. It never works out.
Well, listen, it depends on the situation because it could be a situation of like you didn't see him, so you didn't know he was around, and then when you see him, you're like, "Oh, how you doing?" So it depends on the situation. Sometimes little things like that lead to destiny. Like sometimes it's like, oh, if I wouldn't have approached her, we would never be married today. So I wouldn't say for men out there, I would say if you are interested in a woman, do not hold back, because if you hold back, you risk not ever seeing her again or not getting the chance to get to know her, you know? So I think if you're interested in somebody, you should approach them. Even if it's a female interested in a man, you should approach them, because you just never know who is going to be available or who's going to play a significant role in your life.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So, do you like children?
I love kids. I love kids.
Okay, you don't have any currently, right?
No,
All right. So, how many times you been pregnant?
never. Praise God.
He said, "Praise God." Like,
Yeah.
can you have any?
Can I have any?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I never tried.
I mean, shit. Who actually tries? I mean,
When
I
you
think
plan
it's,
it.
I mean, I guess when you plan it, but like, shit. Tell me, are you a planned baby?
Listen, no, but I'm going to change the narrative for my family, okay? I want to plan my kids.
Nah, that's what's up. Nah, that's what's up though. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so how many kids would you like to have?
11.
11 kids. What?
Yep,
That's such a like odd number and a master number at the same time.
exactly. It's my life path, too, so I want 11 kids.
So you got the life path master, the master number like 11 as your life path.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what mine is?
33.
Close. 22.
22?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, it's actually my soul urge, but like when you break it down, 4 to 22, blah blah blah. But
Mm-hmm. That's dope. So you tapped in. You know what's up.
yeah, you already know. Like that's what I'm saying. We right here with it. So
Thanks.
so let me keep the show going. Private school, charter school, homeschool. How you schooling your offspring?
Homeschool.
Okay. What's the deal breaker for you?
As far as,
Relationships.
and deal breaker is like, okay, he locked in, or hell
Oh
no.
no, deal breaker as in I'm gotta go. Or you got.
Oh, um, liars. I don't do motherfucking liars. That's one thing. Like, no, I don't do liars. The cheating, okay, people cheat. Not that that's cool, but if you was to tell me, keep it 100, I would respect you way more than you trying to lie about it.
That
So I don't do liars, and I don't do people with no ambition. So you gotta be motivated to do something in life.
that makes sense. Now, what if? Because let's not make it seem like people just know what they born to do and know their purpose. Like, so it's like, at what point, what I'm saying, do you like, or if somebody don't even know who they are or they what their purpose is, you ain't paying on no mind. Like they gotta like that's a like you say a deal breaker. They gotta know in a sense what they want from life or what they want out of life or who they are as a being.
Well, the thing is that, fortunately, um, the only people that I've dealt with in my life were, like I said, lessons that I needed to learn. So now that I'm where I'm at mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, I don't attract those type of people. And it's not that they're, lower or anything like that. It's just that because I know who I am and I know what I want to do and I know where I'm going, it's like you attract what you are, right? So
Right.
I attract those type of people into my life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really attract men like that, but I'm also single too, so it's not like,
Okay. All right. And I feel that. Feel that. So have you ever cheated before?
Have I ever cheated in a relationship? No.
Somebody, yeah. Have you ever
Yeah, I
when
had
you
to
was
be
in a
real
committed
specific.
relationship?
In a relationship? No.
Yeah. No.
In a relationship? Hell no.
Okay. So you faithful.
No. You
So
said
you
what?
I said, so you faithful, huh?
Yes. Yes. But just the thing is that if I'm in a relationship, if I'm not in a relationship, don't expect me to just you know, here's my phone, here's my password, and no, no, no. But
Okay.
that don't mean that I'm just out messing around with everybody. It just means that I'm not going to be wifey to you if I'm not your wife. He's so silly.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Let me catch some of that faith, okay?
Hey, shout out to everybody that's tuned into the live. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow the Wifeable Podcast on the Instagram and subscribe to the Wifeable Podcast YouTube channel. And so right now, our special guest of the Lady of the Hour, Miss Ladyy Acee, you know what I'm saying? So by the end of the podcast, I'm gonna ask you to drop a ring emoji or an X emoji to let both me and Ladyy Acee know if she's wifeable. So yeah, let's keep it going though. So Ladyy Acee, everybody lies, right?
Yeah.
What kind of liar are you?
I'm the type of liar that if I'm lying, it's really because I don't want to hurt you with the truth, because I know the truth is gonna hurt you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I know the truth is gonna hurt you, but I don't want to do it to you. So I'm gonna avoid it at all costs. But I don't like to lie. I'd rather just keep it 100, so to avoid, the after effects of the lies. Because once you lie once, you gotta keep going. It's just too much energy.
Yeah, like, okay, for example, I know what you mean. So if your husband, fiance, whatever you want to call him, had bad sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to lie and say, "Oh, your dick was slapping," you know what I'm saying? But the whole time you like, man, that shit ain't it.
No, that's something I would never lie about.
Okay. So I'm just
No,
trying.
not something like that. Something bigger, like, something bigger. But sex, hell no. If you lie about sex, you will always have uncomfortable sex. And I don't know if men can tell, but if a woman is uncomfortable having sex, it should be noticeable, right? It should be noticeable because it ain't wet. Let's keep it real. It ain't wet. So, I would not lie about that. No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Now that's what's up. So would you consider yourself to be a good girl at home and a bad girl on trips? Or do you do your dirty work at home and be a good girl on trips?
Meaning, like, what? Like sex?
I mean, whatever you want to call, what being the bad girl is. Like, let's not make it seem like you don't know. You know what it's being bad. You do your shit at home or you do your shit on the road? Which one?
This is hilarious. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it depends. It depends on my partner. It depends on my partner. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad you. That's what I'm saying is that you be honest. That's all I need. That's all we need on this show is honesty. Okay, so next.
But I can't reveal too much.
Is you ain't gotta. Yeah, well, if he this way, you ain't gotta go.
Right.
Yeah. So, do you feel like you have to be married to be a wife?
No, because I feel like if you want to be married, you should display being a wife first. You can't just get married to somebody who doesn't even display wife qualities.
No, that's real. Because, a lot of women, probably not a lot, let me just say some women out there be like, what like, trying to do these wifey duties for you. I ain't married yet. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't already doing this. So you think I'm supposed to marry you, and then all of a sudden, let me be a wife now.
Exactly. That
should probably be, and it's possible that they probably could do it, but it'll be temporary as fuck. You probably like a good day or two of that wifey treatment, and then after that, it's back to the same old shit. So that's good. That's good that you.
That's backwards. That don't even make no sense.
No, for real. Man. Do you feel like you need a man?
Um, need a man. Huh. I feel like we all need each other. I feel like this is my personal opinion, but I feel like a man was made for a woman and a woman was made for a man, and I feel like we both bring different things that balance each other out to the table. So, in order for me to really be in my divine femininity and thrive and flourish, to have a man on side of me, that's ideal for me. But to succeed in life, technically, no, I don't need to be in a relationship to succeed in life, but a part of success is love, right? So yes and no at the same time.
No, but I love how you broke it down, and I love your reasoning behind it, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, you one of the very few women, like, you know what I'm saying, that I done had on the podcast to actually admit that they do need a man in some form of. I mean, you know, some get taken. Oh yeah, if I want a baby, yeah, I would need it. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, you kind of made it simple. Like, as a
Yeah.
woman, you do need a man, and men need women too. You know, if you want to achieve some level of success in the love life. You know what I'm saying? If you playing the game, you
Hmm.
got 4 different departments, and most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, probably nowadays, you could do a little shit on your own, or, you know.
Man, that shit is so goofy. That shit is so goofy. No, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, I need a man or else I can't function. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that, but it's like, as a partnership, and partnership is more than just business or however people assume it to be. We need each other. So I'll be the first to admit, yes, I want a man, and yes, if we together, I need you like you need me.
And that's real. That's so beautiful there. It's refreshing, actually. Um, so let me ask you this: what's your ideal husband?
My ideal husband. Oh, okay. I'm gonna break it down as simple as possible because for time reasons. But
Yeah.
ideal would be just very always growing. A man that is always growing. A leader, because I'm very uh I'm a leader myself, so I need somebody who is also a leader, not somebody to follow me. So he got to be a leader. He has to be always striving to do better, and that's in every aspect of his life. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, always striving to do better and aiming towards higher goals. So somebody with a mindset of achieving high goals, that is very important to me because that's what I have. um but yeah, those are the main things. Those are the main things.
And I love how none of those was, physical. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
Uh, so would would you consider yourself to ever been in love?
Yes.
When was your last relationship?
A few years ago, maybe like 3 now.
Okay. How successful was your last relationship?
It was what it was. It was what it was. I
Okay.
learned the lessons that I need to learn, and that's it.
So in a sense, it was successful for your journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. Who ended your last relationship?
We both did. We
Nah,
both did.
that's interesting. I ain't never heard that shit before. You
Well,
both ended it.
like, have you ever been in a situation where you both know that it's over and you just both just get to a point where it's like, fuck this? That was kind of,
Uh-uh.
yeah, it was toxic, but that was what it was like. It was like we both knew that this is the end, and it just ended very like, fuck you too, go our separate ways.
Mm. Okay. Damn. All right.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever heard it, because it's usually somebody still want it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh
but
no.
yeah, okay. So would
But
you
they
ever?
do come back though. They do come back.
They always,
They always come back.
always come back. Um, so would you ever marry outside your nationality?
No.
Okay. Uh, so tell me, like, what are some ways you please a man?
In every way that I can. That's how I think about it. Like, okay, if he likes to you know, go to the beach, we could go to the beach. Even though I may not want to, we could go to the beach. You know, so whatever ways that he likes, I like making sure that the person that I'm with feels good. So whatever they like to do, fuck it. We gonna do it. Even if I don't like it, we gonna do it. But you gonna have to make some sacrifices for me too.
Looking at.
Yeah.
All right. So is sex important to you?
Is sex important to me? Um, I feel like it's always more important for men than it is for me. I feel like for men, okay, let me just answer for me. Is sex important to me? If I had to rank it, it would be a 6 out of 10. That's the level of importance to me, a 6.
All right. No, that's what's up. So have you ever had your heart broke before?
Yes, who hasn't?
Shit, I had somebody on here say they haven't. They never had a
That's
heartbreak.
what's up.
Or
That's what's up.
it's either they say they never been in love, or they it's one of the two. Somebody said they ain't never did something. I'm like, damn. But okay. So do you feel like you have any emotional wounds still open and bleeding out, or are you?
Ah! I'm sorry. The cat just jumped on the table with the candle. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Get off the table.
Shout out to
There's
the
a
cat.
candle on the damn table. She could have set the whole house on fire. But do I have any emotional wounds still
Still
open?
open, or the emotional scars now and they healed?
Um, yeah, I do.
No, wait. Do what?
I do have some emotional wounds, traumas that still need to be healed, and I feel like most people do,
Yeah,
if not all of us.
a lot of people do, because, and that's the thing, like a lot of people got these open wounds and still moving on to bodies, or people to people, relationship to relationship, and they need to do some healing first. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this, of course, they might know it. They just might be lonely to where they feel like they need somebody else to fill that void, and what they really need is healing. So you're right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, like I said, this show is a no judgment zone. So it's like, but I'm glad you're aware. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ask these questions, to make people become aware. Dang, I guess I do need to heal. Do need to heal type shit.
Facts. A lot more people than people that aren't. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more people that have wounds and traumas that they need to heal that than there are people who don't. Does that make sense?
No, most definitely makes sense. So, like, tell me, like, what are some of your triggers?
My triggers to act out, triggers to get mad, triggers to be hurt.
All of the above.
Um, some of my triggers. How you doing? Some of my triggers. That's a good question. Well, liars. That triggers me because why the fuck are you lying? You
Right.
know, liars trigger me and it causes me to get angry, and I don't like being angry. So lying is a big trigger for me. And oh, what's that word? Oh, people who gaslight you. Oh my god, that triggers me because who the fuck? Why, like, gaslighting, narcissism. I mean, we all have a little bit of narcissism and ego, but like, there's some people with too goddamn much. So
Nah, I feel that. So, like, tell me, how many times have you been sent to the clinic?
How many times what?
Have you been sent to the clinic?
Sent by who?
I mean, shit, I mean, not, you know what I'm trying to say, like, shit. How many times have
Like,
you been to the clinic?
how many times? I remember one time when okay, so when I first lost my virginity, my mom found out. She dragged me out of school to the clinic.
No.
Yes. She dragged me out of school and brought me straight to the clinic. So that was one time.
Well, you know that ain't what I'm talking about, though, right? Like, when I say go to the, you know what I'm saying, how many times you been to the clinic, as in, like, for that type of reason, but, like, not because it was, like, your mom forcing you, like because you had to go, is what I'm asking.
Like for an STD? Oh,
Yeah.
never.
Okay, that's all I was saying.
Oh,
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
like,
'Cause,
no, never. Praise God.
yeah, I know, most definitely. Like, I'm
Praise
just,
God.
you'll be surprised what I hear on the show. I gotta ask the questions, though. You know, I gotta ask the hard questions.
But you know what? The thing is that, you know, if you do get an STD, it's not something to be ashamed about, because at the end of the day, you got to understand, most people are not clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are out here fucking around with 20, 30, 40 people, and they're fucking around with 20, 30, 40 people. So it's like, you know, not to say you should go out and just fuck everybody, but, you know, people tend to make having an STD look like, oh, you're such a dirty person, da da da. When a lot of times it you know, situations happen. You know, you trust people and they're not honest with you, or they're cheating and dealing with other people, or whatever the case may be. So when that does happen to people, I don't judge them like, oh, you nasty, da da da, because it's not a situation. Most of the time, it's not a situation of somebody just being nasty. It just happens, you
Yeah,
know, especially our bodies as females is so sensitive. Like, I know my body is super sensitive, super sensitive. So, you know, if you're dealing with a dirty dick or a dirty vagina, it's easy to, you know, contract something. And
right.
especially depending on what you're eating is like too, because that can, what you're eating and putting in your body, drugs, alcohol, bad food, all that can cause you to be even more prone to manifesting a disease.
That is correct. I mean, that's true. So and like I said, it's just a question, you know what I'm saying? And once again, it's no judgment here, you know, because everybody got a history, everybody got a past. So
Okay.
have you ever been in a domestic abusive relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had an OnlyFans?
No. I was thinking about it though.
Okay. Do
I
you
was
have
like,
any sex tapes out there?
no. One day with my husband,
Okay.
and we gonna sell it like the Kardashians.
That's lit.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Where is she looking at? Uh, so do you have any crazy exes out here?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so that part of this podcast, we wrapping it up as far as the questions. So what you think? How you think with the questions?
There are definitely things that make you think about yourself and about relationships, you know, like things that make you really like, okay, am I ready for a relationship? Do I want a relationship? Where I'm at in my life based on how I just answered those questions. You know what I'm saying? So I think they were really, really good questions. Questions that make you think, and longer than yes or no questions. I
Exactly.
like those type of questions.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we actually gonna get to our segment part of the show. So everybody that's tuned in, you know, feel free to participate in the segments as well. We got this or that. We got double standards. We got would you rather. And you know, depending on the time, we might not be able to get to it today, but we might even let people come on the show and be able to shoot their shot at the official Ladyy Acee. You know,
How long is the show? I don't mind. I just don't know.
No, we actually coming to a conclusion. So I try to keep it within the hour time frame for the radio formatting for the show. You know what I'm saying? So when they broadcast on the radio, you know what I'm saying, like they want hour slots, and I understand that. So Instagram used to shut me out for an hour. Like they only used to only give me an hour, but I guess with the phenomenal content, they give
The
me a little.
goddess is here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They a little longer time now. You know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna just kind of do what I gotta do as far as the segments, and then we'll conclude. All right.
Okay, cool.
All right. So this or that. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Clean shaved or bearded?
The face? it depends on the person.
So clean shaved or bearded?
Okay, first will be the clean shave. Yeah.
Okay. Taller than or shorter than?
Tall and thin? Is that what
That's
you said?
yeah, taller than or
Tall
shorter?
and thin.
Taller. You say taller?
Tall, yep.
Okay. Older than or younger than?
Older than.
Hairy chest or bird chest?
Clean.
So, all right.
Clean.
Protector or provider?
These people mad loud. What'd you say?
Protector or provider?
Okay, one more time.
I said protector or provider. Protector or provider.
Both.
No, it's this or that. This or that.
Protector or provider? Provider as in like the bag?
Hey, is this or that? Provider or protector? What you thinking?
Protector, I guess.
9 to 5 or entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Rappers or athletes?
Rapper.
Interracial relationships or same race relationships?
Same race.
Smoker or drinker?
Neither, but I'll take a smoker.
Hickeys or sexting?
Hickeys or sexting. Hickeys?
Doggy style or missionary?
What is missionary? What does that look like? The regular position?
What does that look like? Okay, well, let me
Is
give
that
you
the regular position?
I mean,
Huh?
yeah, I would think, yeah, you on your back, man on top, missionary. Or doggy style, back shots.
Missionary.
Squirt or cream.
Can I skip this question? Can I skip this question?
You can skip whatever you don't want to answer.
Okay, we'll skip that one.
All right, so that concluded this or that, right? So that's the end of that segment. So let's move on to the next segment called double standards, right? Okay. Is it a double standard that cancel culture only come for men versus women?
Yes. Wait, what do you mean by double standard? Like,
double standard. For example, that was an example, like, you know what I'm saying. But for example, a double standard is, oh, men can walk around without their shirt on, women can't. Right?
Like, and another example would be like, it's okay for men to cheat, but not okay for a woman to cheat.
Now the double standard I was honing in on as far as the cancel culture, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I guess it's okay for women to do things and men and they don't get canceled for it versus men, they can do something they get canceled.
That's a double standard. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so it's just like whether you thought it was or not, that's all. So that's double standards. That's a segment for that. And then would you rather is our next segment, okay?
What'd you say?
I said would you rather is our next segment.
Okay. These damn people, I don't know why
They cutting grass. They were cutting grass.
Huh?
I said they cutting grass.
Yeah. Mad
Yeah.
loud.
They say they try to hold off. We've been over it for over an hour. They try to hold off.
Right.
No, but would you rather have a perfectly shaped man who's cock-eyed or a gorgeous man with halitosis?
What is halitosis?
I mean, your shit kicking always. Like you could, ain't nothing can stop that motherfucking. Woo. So, so I'm gonna break it down to you. Would you rather have a perfectly shaped man who's cock-eyed or a gorgeous man who breath smell like shit 24/7?
Well, the breath, because we could take you to the doctor. We can take you to the doctor. Something can fix it. Something is not gonna fix them eyes. No disrespect, but like, let's keep it real.
Shit, some shades. Tell them to throw some shades on.
Right. Because I'm be looking at him like, who you looking at? I know you looking at that girl.
So you say halitosis. A man with halitosis when he gorgeous.
Yes.
Okay, nah, okay, that's so that's what you rather. That's what you rather. So yeah, and like I said, I know I'm way over the hour time, so I ain't gonna keep pushing it. But most definitely at this time, if y'all want to vote and y'all want to drop y'all rings or drop y'all X's to let me and Ladyy Acee know if she's wifeable, what I'm saying, y'all can at this time. Ladyy Acee, tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Yes, you guys can follow me all social media platforms. Just Google search me, Ladyy Acee with 2 Y's and 2 E's. That is Ladyy Acee with 2 Y's and 2 E's. Just Google me because it's going to be so much easier to find me. I'm on all social platforms except Twitter. So, yes, that's how you can find me. Just Google me.
Okay, that was up. That was up. And before we end the show, I do want to know what's your thoughts on the Wifeable podcast now that you've been on here.
It was so fun. Like, I love me being a Libra. I love just love in general. So I love talking about this kind of stuff, and especially with a man, because these are not usually conversations that men and women have. So I think the idea of your podcast is an amazing idea, and that is definitely gonna do amazing, amazing, amazing things. I'm excited for you and to see what the future has in store for you. And I really appreciate you bringing me on here to express, my ideas right now on what a relationship means to me.
Thank you for that, and I most definitely appreciate you for coming, being on time as my special guest, and actually being full of life, full of fun. It was a pleasure having you on, and most definitely looking forward to working with you on other endeavors as well.
Yes, thank you so much. Let me know where I can find the podcast, because I'm already subscribed to YouTube, but let me know where I can actually listen to the podcast so that way I can share it with everybody.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, it's on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We on Anchor.
Okay, Spotify. Is it on
SoundCloud.
Apple too?
I'm actually working on that, but yeah, it ain't gonna be nothing but a click of a button. I just gotta figure out my passcode for my shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, bet. Just keep me posted, but I'll find it on YouTube when you upload it.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, and I'll tag you in it or send it to you. That way you let your people know. All right.
Yes, for sure. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ladyy Acee. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.
Yes.
Peace.